And same as before, carry forward and reverse. The cleanest. But I kind of wanted to push myself a little and use the 35-pound club for the pullovers. Hello everybody, welcome back. So today I want to do a lot of carry based exercises. So there's been this guy that I've been following on Instagram maybe for a month or so. His name is Anthony Manco, if I remember correctly. But he does a lot of his workouts pretty much the same way, where he carries heavy kettlebells, then does a clean and a snatch, and or a push press or something like that. Pretty much just a unique way of training, and just some of the things that he did kind of gave me some ideas of things that I wanted to explore. And so today I'm going to relay some of those ideas. He does a lot of his workouts with kettlebells, but since I have maces and Clubbells, there are some additional ideas that I have that I can do by combining all of these tools. And yeah, so it's going to be a very carry focused workout. There's going to be a carry complex to start everything, and then I'm going to superset it with a steel mace and steel club and or steel club movement. So for the first set of movements, the carry complex is using my 80-pound 36 kilogram kettlebell. So first going to clean it and put it on one shoulder. Going to walk with it back and forth. Well, forward walk and reverse walk. Do a squat and then a push press. Clean to switch sides, or tactical clean to switch sides. Carry back and forth. Squat and push press. Then tactical clean again. Walk back and forth. Lunge on each leg. Tactical clean to switch side. Walk back and forth. And switch. And then after that, with my 15-pound mace, going to do two-handed 360, single-handed 360, then switch sides. Going to do this 8 to 10 times on each side. that might have been boring to watch me do 20 reps pretty much. But the between so the reason I like to do that kind of stuff after the heavy is, like, I think doing heavy stuff kind of enforces some rigidity, and moving into something light immediately after helps me offset that a little bit. At least that's how I feel personally. Then as far as the actual carry goes, I'm carrying it on my shoulder, and so my right side has to like stay contracted and tighten up in order to account for that offset on one side, so that I don't tip over and fall, which forces the like a bunch of stabilizers and stuff on the right side to stay active while I carry back and forth, plus doing a squat and then the lunge, and also for the duration of that entire set. It does get quite taxing. One can say, oh, by the end of it, it's only 2 squats and then 2 lunges on each leg. But with the weight offset, with the duration for which you're carrying it and moving around, there's so much more going on than just the squat and the lunge. And it ends up taking a lot out of you. Also, when you're resting a weight on your shoulder, especially when it's heavy, your traps get activated quite a bit, so there's a lot of stuff at play. And I'm all about doing exercises that target the whole body at once. The main, I guess, muscles within the carry was the legs, but there's so much more at play. But yeah, I'm going to do that for 4 to 5 sets, and yeah, on to the next thing. Just a lot more carry complexes and stuff like that. So this next carry complex is actually quite difficult. So using my 35-pound club and sticking with the 80-pound kettlebell, going to anchor, so that's pretty much holding the kettlebell and on one side, and then with the club I'm going to do a single arm clean to pull over for 3 reps. So it looks like this. On the third, or after 3, going to keep it on my shoulder and then do a carry and walk back and forth, or forward and reverse rather. After getting back to the start, going to clean the 80-pound kettlebell and then do 3 squats. The floor is uneven here, so balance is actually quite hard. So between the club and the kettlebell, there's a total of 115 pounds of total load. So, and I'm also carrying it for an extended duration in a weird way. So a lot of muscles at play for an extended period of time. And now I'm going to repeat it on the other side. Those reps weren't the cleanest, but I kind of wanted to push myself a little and use the 35-pound club for the pullovers. Also, there is offset load at play. So on one side it's 80 pounds, on the other side it's 35, and so that unevenness forces a greater degree of like the camera fell. Greater degree of core contraction and stability. So like I can't just I have to stay focused, otherwise like if I don't account for those imbalances I won't get the correct reps. Then for the flowy movement, I'm going to do outside mills with the 15-pound club, alternating sides. So switch hands, switch hands. Going for 10 on each side. Those, the pullover moves and the mills really helps with like opening up the chest and shoulder mobility, and there's a lot of core involved too, like with the rotation and stuff. And also the first movement, or the first movement of this complex, and then the first exercise overall, it's like a lot of I guess non-rotational, so there's no side to side movement, and so by doing this I'm able to train a little bit of rotation as well, so that I can keep that element in. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That was my third set. We're going to do one more, probably go lighter on the club and get a clean set in, and yeah, on to the next thing. So I've done one, I guess, suitcase carry, so one like where the kettlebell is on the side, one on the shoulder, and so now I'm going to do one overhead carry complex. So sticking with the 80-pound kettlebell, I'm going to snatch it to overhead, and same as before, carry forward and reverse. And switch sides. After that, going to do single arm crossbody deadlift for 5 on each side in a staggered. So looks like this. After that, with my 30-pound mace, I'm going to do 10 to 2s, two-handed, for 10 on each side, switching overhands. Not on each rep, but after 10. So first I'm going to do left hand overhand. Switching overhands after that. So I don't know if you guys caught it, but I switched overhands after that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for now. That was my second set. I think I might only do 3 of those. Getting kind of exhausted, and I do kind of want to do some other stuff too. So yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, on to some kettlebell juggling. If you guys are interested, you should check out episodes 74 and 75, or somewhere around there. It was when I was first getting into kettlebell juggling seriously, and or just started to learn. So, you know, it's just like my whole progression has kind of been recorded on the channel. So you don't have to watch every episode or anything, but it's like, you know, you can watch it in 15 episode increments kind of, and most of them have the label kettlebell juggling or something like that, and you can see how I gradually progressed over time, just if you're interested about something like that. But yeah, usually when I kettlebell juggle, I don't go into it with any sort of plan. I just kind of take, or kind of do where my body takes me. But today I kind of have made a sequence beforehand, and I'm going to try it out, or try to land it. So essentially what I want to do is start off with a behind the back pass into a double mug. Now again, if you don't know the kettlebell juggling terminologies, all of this will probably sound like gibberish, but I'm going to do a behind the back, simple reverse flip is what it's called. Then double mug, then do a lateral tap back, then what was I doing after that? lateral tap back, then a double reverse over here, go behind the back, uh, catch it with this hand, and then I forget, then there's another, I'll catch it with this hand, yeah, and do a double flip on both lateral side, no, and then do a figure 8 into a double reverse flip on both sides, then behind the back again, double helicopter, and behind the back into a figure 8 mug triple and static. All of that will make sense hopefully when I show you what I'm doing. So behind the back, double mug, tap back, double reverse, figure 8, double reverse, behind the back, triple, missed the triple. But, and then after that I was going to go into a static. Anyway, so if you guys have never heard juggling terminology before, that's what these different flips are called. There's also what is this, oblique flip, but I didn't do an oblique flip within this combo. So when you put moves together, they're called combos, and yeah, it's fun stuff. In an attempt to land this, like this is my like 7th or 8th try, and so you just keep trying to land it, and then you end up burning a lot of calories and have fun with it. Otherwise, if you're just doing like kettlebell swings and stuff, I mean, there's definitely a place for that, but after a while structure gets boring, and then the workout gets more I don't know, you start dreading the workout more than enjoying it. And so by having things like kettlebell juggling, I'm able to enjoy it. Yeah. And then the mere fact that I'm moving around with the kettlebell activates a lot of muscles. So it's not like nothing's happening. A lot is happening. I added a little variation there compared to what I was saying earlier. I did whatever that, I think it's called a whoop-de-whoop. I've heard it being referred to as other stuff, but I thought that adding that variation would reduce some of the repetition of the thing going on, so I decided to go with that instead of what I had said earlier. So yeah, that's kind of how juggling works. I know there's a lot of people new here, and I don't know, it's nice to kind of talk about juggling to people who don't know about it. And just in general, it's something I enjoy. Alright, I'm gonna do one more sequence. This time not pre-planned. But what I noticed is when I have a plan, that in between thinking kind of goes away, and I think it increases the odds that I land a combo successfully. But this time I want to try something a little different. Maybe I will come up with a plan. I'm just gonna do something random that wherever my body takes me, it takes me, but I'm gonna try and throw in some oblique flips.
that last sequence is probably going to be it. I also want to show you free flow steel mace. So kettlebell juggling does have, I guess I would say, a slightly higher learning curve than steel mace free flow. Steel mace free flow, at least there's no flipping, unless you choose to do stuff like this, but you don't have to. But with steel mace free flow, you can just do like regular steel mace exercises and then free flow your body. So like sometimes I just kind of have fun moving like that. So there is a resistance component, but it teaches how to move with weight and kind of be fluid. And I'm using my 7-pound mace. I'm definitely able to move a lot freer with my 7-pound mace than my other maces, but at this point I'm pretty comfortable with my 15-pound mace as well, so I'll just do it with the 15. So easy. So this way I'm able to do like resistance training, but with an element of flow to it. And it looks kind of fluid and whatnot, but there's a lot going on in terms of abs and coordination and things like that. Anyway, I'm not going to do too much of that on video. I think it's not as entertaining as kettlebell juggling is. The kettlebell juggling kettlebell is 25 pounds, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, that's all for today's video. My friends and I are going on a run in like a while. But yeah, see you all in the next one.